He ran a home inspection business out of his house and did have an arrest record.
KCCI's Steffani Nolte stopped by a high school baseball game in Des Moines tonight to get reaction to the news out of Virginia. Steffani.
Steve, while the motive behind today's shooting is still being investigated, some fear our politically charged environment played a role. I talked to some people today who think baseball is the last place you'd expect a shooting.
Don't forget about sausage sandwiches, hot dogs, and hamburgers.
Baseball. It's the only thing on most people's minds at a ball game.
Just watching the boys play and having fun and hoping they do well.
I'm thinking about the game and I'm thinking about my grandson, and I'm just having a good time at a ball game.
Wednesday's shooting at a congressional baseball practice in Virginia has people here in these central Iowa stands scratching their heads.
Shocking, but then now I guess I can kind of backtrack and say it happens so often, the shootings, that it can happen any place.
It shouldn't be expected, but it does happen more.
There's always alternatives to killing people.
Dr. Joan Faber McAllister, a Drake professor of rhetoric media, says we need to have serious conversations.
If you aren't willing to denounce violence that comes from the right, and you are trying to explain away violence that comes from the left, you are a hypocrite, and you've lost all credibility in your political argument, in my view.
McAllister says she doesn't know how to fix the problem.
But certainly we need to have some difficult conversations about it, and not just about laws, but also about depictions of guns and gun violence.
Conversations, she says, to be had not just in Washington, but here, safe at home.
Dr. McAllister told me she's concerned by a lot of things that she's seen the public post on social media, almost condoning the violence. Many of those who represent us in D.C. tweeted prayers for the victims. David Young says that he's praying that this kind of violence does not become the norm.